Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. This week versus the Denver Broncos, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, you have to get pressure on Peyton Manning. I think they have the personnel on the outside to be extra aggressive in doing so and trying to rob the middle of the field. Show you what we're talking about here. Peyton Manning and that Denver Broncos offense loves to spread the field. You see we have 3 wide receivers, one side, 1 lone receiver on the backside, 1 back in the backfield, and what looks to be a pseudo cover 2 look, but really we're playing cover 1. We're going to rob the middle of the field. So you're going to trust your personnel on the outside. And I love their corners and their safety. I think they can match up well versus the Denver Broncos. You're manned up on the outside, taking the inside position, forcing him down the sideline, and you're running with him. You're going to, like I said, rob the middle of the field. The reason why is that we're going to have a hard twist here between a 5-tech and a backer. He's coming on the outside, getting speed pressure. We're going to take this nose tackle and push the inside shoulder of the guard toward the trip side. Why? Because we're bringing this backer right here as well. Reason being, we want these two to double. We want this guy to have free reign to the quarterback. We're going to also take this guy and push him outside, contain pressure, hopefully pulling this tackle there. Backer runs free, and he's able to get pressure on Peyton Manning. And what we're doing, manned up everywhere else. Inside position here, inside position here, inside here. And you're going to vacate where this guy vacated. You're going to replace with the safety in case Peyton Manning wants to get this guy to football here. Safety is robbing the middle of the field. Weaker safety is replacing, getting in the middle. Cover 1, pressure on the inside. Both backers are blitzing. Safety is there to rob any in-breaking route, which is exactly what you want because he could probably catch this in stride and take it to the house. So by having good personnel in the secondary, from your starters to your nickel to your safeties, having the ability to make plays on the football, I think can help out Kansas City in this ball game. Speaking of trusting your personnel, I do think the Denver Broncos can do the same thing against the Kansas City Chiefs, even without Aqib Talib in the lineup. I'm going to show you how they can apply pressure, pressing on the outside and getting creative pressure with their backers. Show you what we're talking about here. It's simple. We want to force Alex Smith to get rid of the football quickly. We know he can't deal with pressure very well. We're going to take this outside backer. We're going to crash him on that outside shoulder of the offensive tackle, try to force him to make a play and try to squeeze in here because we're going to do something creative. We're going to have this nose tackle push hard here, try to occupy the center and the guard. We're going to loop this 5-tech around here. That's why it's important to get these two guys to work together. Okay, maybe this tackle can pull on this backer, and now we've freed up an opportunity for this 5-tech team to come all the way back around and get into this B gap because we're going to push here, hold here, and then drop him back in the zone. Now what we're going to do with these two backers, we're going to drop them back in this zone area here, straight rush pressure on the outside, and we're manned up on the corners. And the good part about that is that since we trust our personnel, both corner and safety, we're also going to do a great job of getting pressure. We're going to have this guy walked up on the line of scrimmage as if he's pressing, but boom, he's coming off the edge as well. We want to funnel Alex Smith this way with the pass and also hopefully getting him to get outside the pocket going strong side where we have a tackle waiting for him. We have a corner that's manned up with the receiver. He has essentially nowhere to go if he's vacating this way, which is what we want to do. And now we're going to walk him over, and now he's going to be manned up on the receiver. Safety's going to drop back in the middle of the field, so it's cover 1. So you see where you can force Alex Smith to the strong side where you have a guy waiting for him. Receivers are jammed up on the line, are pressed real tight with these corners. Linebackers taking away the hook to curl areas right there. Creative pressure up front with the nose tackle and the 5-tech. And I think this is one way Denver, even without Talib in the lineup, can still apply pressure both on the outside and on the inside versus Alex Smith. I like the Broncos in this ball game. I think this will be a defensive battle. I do think Kansas City's defense is excellent. I think they'll be able to slow down the Broncos offense a lot in this ball game, but ultimately it will come down to who can you trust to make plays in the passing game, and you have to side with Peyton Manning and that Broncos passing attack. So look for the Broncos to knock off the Chiefs in a close one.
Some Broncos, an AFC West game. Broncos are going to be without Aqib Talib, so Bradley Roby has to step up. My X factor for the Chiefs really is going to be obviously you had that pass rush, but my X factor is going to be Marcus Peters. I like how he's able to match up with Demaryius Thomas, so I think that he's going to be an X factor in this game. I expect him to make another big play like he did in the last game. So I have the Broncos winning this game even without Aqib Talib. I have them winning 28-24.
In one of the more exciting games of the early season, divisional matchup of the AFC West teams, the Kansas City Chiefs traveled to Denver to see the Broncos in a game where Peyton Manning is expected to break the record for most passing yards in a career. Now, as far as my start for Kansas City, it's Alex Smith. His mobility coupled with his arm could be the catalyst for them doing something. I think they'll utilize him much like Josh McCown from the Cleveland Browns was utilized earlier in the season. Short passing game, get some scrambles in there, take advantage of what is given to you, and don't try to test this defense too much. As far as the sit, it's going to be Charcandrick West. Not because he's doing a bad job. I think this Broncos defense focuses in and takes away the immediate thing, tries to let Alex Smith beat them with his arm. So they take away the running game and let Alex Smith try to beat those corners one-on-one with his arm. As far as a start for the Broncos, it's Emmanuel Sanders. He's going to move into the slot. He's going to get away from Marcus Peters of the world, and he's probably going to be the guy who's the most effective receiver for Peyton Manning. My sit is Peyton Manning, and it's not for any reason that Peyton Manning's a terrible quarterback or anything like that. He's not playing well from a fantasy perspective. Two interceptions in 4 out of his last 5 games is not good for fantasy standard leagues. Interceptions count a lot against you, and that's something he did not do in the past as much as he's doing now. My sleeper is Vernon Davis. For you all who don't have a tight end that is effective for you, last week he wasn't ingratiated into the offense. I think they try to utilize him more and use mismatches in this particular situation. Davis, with his speed and his physical size, can probably take advantage of that Kansas City linebacker core. Final score in this one, I do have the Broncos winning it since they are at home, 27-20.